Hey guys, it's Mike. This is the watch list video for July 27th, which is Wednesday, and it's FOMC day tomorrow. So generally what we end up with is a dead morning and chaos in the afternoon. Not my favorite scenario to trade, but we may catch some trades in the morning. It was pretty choppy and kind of nasty this morning, and it waited most of the day. And I'm going to slide this over. I stole this screenshot from Wayne on Wayne's Twitter account. But I usually take these screenshots too. He reposted what Nick had posted around 12:52 today. Hey, HKD, recent high flyer, that's what RHF stands for, topped out at $50 even, maybe worth keeping an eye on. You know, we love those whole number inflection points. Wayne's got the line drawn right there at the earlier high of day, and you probably had time to get in there. Wayne started posting as it was curling up, so everyone had a chance to grab that before or through 50. And I think it went up to 59, so a $9 move, maybe 58. I can't remember now. At least an $8 or $9 move. Risk was probably $1.50, but a really, really nice post by Nick C. A nice reminder by Wayne, and just another great example of the teamwork. If you happen to be on this video, most of the people watching my videos are people in the chat room already, right? Seeing what we're watching for tomorrow. But if you happen to be watching this and you're not in the chat room, I've done something to battle the nasty inflation that's out there. Prices are going up on everything. I've went ahead and put a link below the video or on the page where you clicked it or on my social media for the lifetime membership in the chat room for the price of a 1 year. So we're actually going cheaper while everything else is getting more expensive. It's my way of combating just the nastiness that's out there right now. So if you've been on the fence, it's a great time to lock in a membership forever in our room. And again, we've got the best teamwork out there. Whole bunch of people in the room have taken our course, so they know what to look for, which is exactly why Nick spotted that HKD and so on. So anyway, it's a great time to join us. What are we watching for tomorrow? Redbox RDBX. Let me turn the speakers down here. Had the big pop yesterday, and today right up near yesterday's high. Yesterday's high, 658. Today's high went right up to 653. Look at the afternoon. Curled right back up. I don't think I have after hours on here. No. Curled right back up at the end of the day. So certainly might have some shorts caught tomorrow. So we're going to keep our eyes on that one. ALYA. You know what? I'm pulling this off. I thought this was closing near the highs. It didn't. All right, I don't forget that. I thought if it had a strong green candle, I'd be watching it again tomorrow. I'm going to pull that off the list. So VRAX, crazy range today. And it actually did have this range, I believe. 22.47 was the high, 13 was the low. Settled in right about where it opened. After all this chaos, and we can look at it on 5 minutes, you had the gap up. It halted. Then the gap up from the halt after it resumed. Then it halted to the downside and opened down here. Yeah, this is an example of the pure chaos that was out there. Many, many things were basically almost untradeable. And after all that, by the way, it closes about where it opens, and you end up with this, I don't know what you call that candle. But anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on it tomorrow. PGY, a massive break. I'm going to show you something that, you know, we talk about some of the trades we call. I actually called PGY. It opened right here, 11:38. I think I called either a red to green or through the half. The earlier high was 60, and it went up to 69, and then did this nasty flush. So again, I'm green on this name. I played a couple pullbacks in it, but that's another example of how whippy things were, right? I would never take that gap up right away, but then when it starts to go red to green, the high of day above, yesterday's high stacked above that, you might expect it to get going, and it does this. So then you start to think, okay, well, I'm going to leave PGY alone. Comes up, tests the high again. It breaks the high right back down. There was nothing easy about finding a way in PGY, and it does this. That's another thing. Wayne was commenting on my mood today. Things like this aggravate the hell out of me. I did catch a twos buy zone pullback right here, but made next to nothing on it, and it moved up huge from there. So it just, the early whippiness in a lot of these stocks threw me off my game. And again, I had a green day, but certainly nothing to brag about. But I hated the action this morning. That HKD this afternoon sort of made up for it for a lot of people, right? But anyway, I'm going to put PGY on watch. I feel a little weird doing it because it's made such a big move, but I am going to keep an eye on it, right? I'm a day trader, so we'll see if something comes up. EVTL holding up pretty well. It's another one, though. 5-minute candles. that this actually didn't happen. I think this was the top. When I use 5-minute candles, sometimes e-signal gives me an errant tick. It didn't open at 820. It opened, I think, down here, put in an early high of like, I don't know. Let me switch to twos. I'm sorry. It's really not that important. There's the opening candle, and the early high was 810. So you can see when I have 5-minute candles, sometimes I ask the room, hey, what was the high? That's why, because I know my candles can just throw everything off. It's really weird. No, there was a high, 812. Anyway, it finally comes up midday, takes out the highs, does this. It's a perfect example of just how stupid, choppy, whippy things were. And it could just all be because FOMC's coming. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I still like the daily charts, holding up really well. VZIO had a nice little breakout today on big volume. We'll see if that follows through. HKD, I already talked about this one. Had this move from 20 to over 70, then started selling off, and then today actually took out yesterday's high briefly. As a day trader, I got to watch that one. DMTK is just flagging below 8 after this volume spike, so I've been watching that for several days. I'll watch it again. EVGO had a pretty nice run from a little over 5 to over 9, so really good percentage move right here. And now you got 3 days in a row on declining volume back down, just putting it on bounce watch. That's EVGO. VERU goes back on bounce watch. Really strong stock lately. Now it's like 1, 2, 3, 5 days in a row down. So I'm just going to go right back on bounce watch for tomorrow. And then lastly, not a big list, AEHR. Again, another one with a nice move, and then 3 clean days in a row down, much lower volume, putting that on bounce watch. We'll find some gappers in the pre-market as well. Don't forget FOMC announcement tomorrow at 2. I generally don't trade after that, but we'll see what happens. All right, I'm done babbling. We'll see you guys in the chat room.